gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Space Engineers. We're on number 8, I believe. And I got a couple episodes ahead last time, so I didn't have a chance really to catch back up, so I've kind of gone back. I wanted to read some of those. So Lord Kaos suggested Pond Strider for this fantastically weird looking creation. Um, and he thought maybe it probably needed some lighting. I agree with both of those things. So we're going to work on that today. And then Chad P6307, he suggested extensions, which we did, had already done. Maybe he wants additional extensions. He also suggested perhaps when doing the braking, not braking from the front wheels, instead braking towards the rear and stuff, and that will avoid the flip over. So I think that's a good idea. I may take the front two wheels out of the pontoon group, just to see if maybe we don't flip and crash again. So last time we had to recover all of this, and then we built this sort of rickety methodology um, for docking up so that we could get all of the ores and crud outside of the vehicle. So that's great. It's good for all of those things. I will say it has a tons of components and stuff inside of it, so I may be looking to do something with that. So one of the things we're going to do today, I'll tell you first and foremost, we're going to move this bad boy right here. We're going to move our we're going to remove those guys, and the reason being is because they're just in a place where danger can happen. And I want to fix that. I don't want to have them be in danger. So we're gonna get some stuff moved around real quick. We're gonna knock out some stuff, and we're gonna do a little retrofit on this guy. Give it a little more chutzpah, you know, some stuff like that. I think that'll be good. I'm really enjoying so far the hovercraft stuff. I also have been thinking pretty. I've been having some ideas about potentially building a flyer, but I wanted to, you know, use this for a bit. Give it some love first, and then, you know, as time goes on, we'll probably definitely want a flyer to continue the good work of doing things. So really quick, we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to put down this one more time because I do want to be able to lift it off the ground. And we also had a couple suggestions for a name. Chad suggested something toad-like or frog-like because it looks kind of froggy. I was thinking the Battletoad. Maybe if we do a combat variant, this will become the Battletoad. And then Chaos suggested that it looked a little bit. I think I already said this at the beginning of this. I'm sorry, my brain is moving a little slow. But he suggested a Pond Strider, and I think that's what's gonna go. That's what we're gonna go with. We are gonna go with the Pond Strider. So you were looking at the Pond Strider. That's what this thing's gonna be called. Let's go ahead and get that knocked out really quick. Go over here to the info tab, small grid, this guy, and we're gonna call you Pond Strider. We're gonna hyphenate because we're cool, and that's just what we do. So that's step one. We've got a name. We still need color combinations. I have some ideas of what that might look like, but for now, let's go ahead and we're going to get these pistons rolling. Give me a second. I'm going to make sure both of these are set to -0.1. I want them to be nice and slow, and then we'll go ahead and put U for switch lock. Check. We will put U for reverse, and U for reverse. Reverse. Alright, perfect. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to do a little retrofitting on this guy. We're going to unlock this bad boy, and we are going to move a little forward and let that lock down. I should have moved a little further away. That nearly caused some catastrophe. That's okay. Get this guy. We're also going to remove those, but we're not going to do that first. So first and foremost, oh man, I turned that without the the boys. So that could have been real bad. So let's go ahead and get. There they are. 7. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and can I get through there? It does not look like I can. Gotta go around the front. We'll fly in. Do a little flying. You'll see. Kermit the Frog here, flying the frog here. So 1. I believe we want this to be orientated the same way. Grab that guy, add that to the build planner. Come over here. Put all those components into production. Also, I noticed that we have some stuff inside this here ship that does not need to be in this here ship. So let's go ahead and whatcha? Gotcha. Alright. And the reason I'm putting these guys over here, honestly, I want to have them a little bit more protected is my plan. I think it will do us a great bit of good to have these better protected. And then we can start the process of doing this little remodel I was talking about. So first and foremost, I'm going to chop this bad boy off. Oh no! Where did that go? Where did it go? I literally can't see it. Is that just going to get lost to cleanup? Is it going to be one of the many lost items to clean up? Yeah, we're not getting that metal plate back, folks. That is gone forever. Forever. So, I have been streaming a little Baldur's Gate with my buddy. Baldur's Gate 3, I had not played it yet, so we started, and I've got a couple of recordings done. I have not posted those, and you guys can let me know if y'all want to see those recorded, and I can post them up. I know that predominantly my gig right this second is Space Engineers, and I really like Space Engineers, so I'm definitely going to keep that going. That sounded like it pops 2 of them down, so get up there. Ugh. Alright, so we're going to... What are we going to do? We're going to... What colors is Pawn Striders? That's the question we would ask. What color is a Pawn Strider? And to that I say I don't know. Let's think about it for a second. What if I were a Pawn Strider? What color would I be? You know what? This looks a little weird on my recording screen. I don't know why it looks weird though. I wonder if it's gonna look weird when I finish this. Dang. So let's see. What is a Pawn Strider? Pawn Strider looks like. I would pop it up. Oh, it's just a. I mean, there's not really a color. Brown. Brown is the predominant color of the bronze. Ooh, this guy looks neat. Okay, orange with black stripes. Okay, that's a cool one. That's a cool little guy. We can do that. Look at this. Here's an animated one. Dark brown on top, light brown on the bottom. Maybe we could do that. All right, we could do that. We could do this. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. All right, so we need. This needs to be a little less. Like that, and then we're gonna do clean armor. Is the color of choice. This does not look brown at all, does it? It looks kind of green. That's okay. That's okay. Actually, we're gonna go back up. And what shape is that brick right there? One of these bad boys. Okay. Alright. I'm stuck. Alrighty. Ah! What is going on here, folks? We are all over the map. Alright. Alright. You know what we could do? If we had this connected, we probably could have. I don't know. All right, so we've got a reverse thrust. That's what's gonna, or that's our forward propulsion thrust. I also want to move these guys, and I haven't decided exactly where I want them. So we're gonna take a look at that. We're gonna add another wheel right there. That's the plan. That is my plan right there. Just because I really want this to work more effectively. So let's do 6. Gotta get that done. Alright, beautiful. Come over here. This is... Alright. We're doing it. We're doing it live and in person. Okay, so Pod Strider's got a little wood there, like a dark brown on top, a light brown on bottom. So maybe the feet could be light brown, the top. I'm going to leave this green color for the cross brace that I already have in the batteries. The yellow might stay, but everything else is going to get a nice color. There's a cool mod I want to probably get, and I actually don't think it's as necessary as... Oh, look at that. I like this color already. I'm really enjoying it. So we're going to keep the trend. I think I want to do... I'm going to do that right there. No, that doesn't work. I don't know. We need to cap this guy out, right? It's got to look a certain way. So we need a block that can help. We're missing a block, maybe. Let's do... What block has the side thing that I need? This guy? This guy? No, not that guy. You know what? This may... That's close. It's not perfect. There might be a perfect block for it, but I don't have it. So what if we just change all the blocks to this? That's a good idea, I guess. Yeah, okay, I can do this. Alrighty. Pond Strider's gonna start coming along here pretty quick, folks. We're gonna knock this thing out. Alright. So a couple of things that I really like to do, and I will show you all of them. First, let's go ahead and grab the stuff for this engine. This engine. Why does it say we can't? Oh, we can't withdraw them because they're too big. Go back down. Grab those pieces once more. All components successful. Ah. Get this thing piped up. Alright, that looks great. Ah, that's good. That's good. I like it. Okay. You know what we need? We need to first press Z so the engine stops spinning. That's what I think we need to do. This thing's locked, so it's fine. It's still spinning pretty rapidly. I wonder if that's burning juice. Who knows? Let's go here. We need another one of those guys right there. Let's... Alright, so what else do we need? We need, let me see if I can get on my board. We need an event controller. Okay, event controller there. And then I also want... What block does that belong on? Okay, we need this. We definitely need this. Alright, so here's some of the things I like to do. So we need a second color. Alright, so this is going to be our darker color. Let's assume this one can be the lighter color. We'll put it there, maybe give it some... I feel like this guy needs to be just a wee bit darker if that's going to be the light one. But we've already painted so much. Oh, that's not bad. I think one of the things you can do to kind of cause variation and stuff, if you wanted to change it up, you can definitely sprinkle the color around, even though you see these got these panel gaps and stuff. But so the first thing I want to do, is I want to pop down one of these guys, and I'll tell you why I'm doing that. This little nifty little trick is something that, oh, I need a small grid one of these. How must do this? I need that. Put that into production, and then perfect. And get rid of those. All right. So here's what we do. So here's the thing I like to do. First, you take a remote block, and we're going to put that down facing the direction of your connection. You don't have to. You could actually set this up so that it, like, you can set it up in a different way. I can show you that here in a second. That's what I like to do. And this will tremendously help if you're docking and struggling to dock and things of that nature. So first and foremost, we do that. Put your little remote block down, and then the next thing I like to do, if I can find it again, I grab the remote block, or I grab a camera. I like the new one. This is a DLC camera. It's wonderful, top mounted. I like to put it where I can see the edge of the connector. That's fairly critical. And then we shoot that guy down right there. And then I'm going to give this guy a name, top mounted camera. We're going to call it reverse cam. And then what did we call it? Did we name our connector 2? We did not. Alright, so connector 2 is going to be pond. We'll call it the PS connector. Pond strider. Yeah. And then make sure that this guy gets its name too. It doesn't actually need one, but I like to be thorough. So remote control, we'll call it the PS remote control. Perfect. Now for PlayStation, folks, get that out of your head. We don't play on PlayStation. Not anything wrong with that. I just don't have a PlayStation that can... I don't have a PlayStation, actually. That's the whole reason. I don't have a PlayStation. So, let's grab some block. Oh, what am I doing? I do that a lot, by the way. I'll accidentally put in. I actually did it while I was building. I noticed none of you noticed and warned me of my folly, but I typically will... I tend to do that quite frequently. In that space where I basically accidentally put down a block that is not the block I needed. I don't know that there's... Oh, there's that block right there. What block is that? Does anybody know? The light armor. So this guy, light armor, half slope. What do you think? This guy right here? Nope. This guy right here? Nope. Oh, that's the... And there, people, is the block I needed. Just a couple of seconds ago when I said a block like that didn't exist. I need... Oh, because it's not the right block. Let's go here real quick. Check for this block. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's the one. Look at that. That's beautiful. Alright. So that's done up. Obviously, we're not done decorating. That's okay. It's going to take a minute. Alright, what was the other thing I said I needed? I said I needed this. And yes, the event controller, which will be the first color of our... by the way, left and right, if you're playing on keyboard, left and right open bracket, they will go through your colors. And mind you, when you switch colors, like say this one was made of plastic, right? You wanted it to be plastic colored. When you switch the material, it automatically switches the material for everything. So even though you switch colors, it's still going to show the same materials. Is my build planner still? It is. Why can't we withdraw displays? Oh, we are out of silicone, kids. Okay, well, we don't need to do this right this second then, but we are going to plop it down. And I'm going to take, and we're going to color this guy and this guy. And I wish, so the paint gun mod, what it does is it allows you a use for gravel outside of the things that it's used for in game. And one of the beautiful things about it, in my opinion, is it gives you the ability, which I think is very neat, to it gives you the ability to point and click. Like I can say like I want this specific block painted or this block painted, and you can paint without trying to clunkily do this right here, because this can become kind of a pain. But if you hold shift and middle mouse click, it paints 5 blocks at a time. So that's a way to paint some blocks. The problem is it will absolutely travel uphill. Like it's just, I don't know. We might go pick up the paint gun mod and we might come back. But this is good enough for now. I'm not going to paint this second. We're going to come back here. We're going to dump all this in there. I'm going to hop in this cockpit right here. We're going to begin descent. I am going to unlock the landing gear and do a thing I regret doing a little bit. Just because there we go, okay, we've cleared the thing. We're not damaging anything anymore. This already feels better. Now let's decrease. Oh, so that was what we're gonna do. We're gonna change this name. What is this guy's name? We're gonna change you to front. We're just gonna put front at the front. Okay, and we're gonna grab you. Wheel name. All the way over. Front at the front. I know it's gonna bother some people that those don't match exactly, but that's okay. Control panel wheels. So hover wheel. We're gonna unselect these two guys. Oh, okay. I'm gonna fix it for you guys because it's actually bothering me. So I'm gonna grab these two. I'm gonna grab hover wheel. I'm gonna unselect him. I'm gonna unselect him, and then I'm gonna save. These are no longer part of the friction plan. So then I can take these two guys. I can turn their friction to not. There we go. And then now when I release the friction and I get kind of moving, right? I can jam on the friction and it doesn't really even want to. I mean, it's going to by these front two there, but I'm going to fix that too. I should call those second front or something. I don't know. We'll think of something. I'm going to go pick up some iron. Actually, real quick, but instead of picking up some iron, what we're going to do, we're going to go pick up this unknown signal. We're going to chop that bad boy down and test the Strider out. The Pawn Strider's third inaugural villa. I can already say with these boosters, I think a good rule of thumb I read somewhere, and I don't know if it's accurate, but a good rule of thumb was that you need 2 large thrusters for every large cargo container if you want to vertically lift in gravity. Now, obviously, we're not lifting. We're skating along the ground in a cheeky manner. Oh! And in a cheeky manner and not doing that at all. Oh, Lord. I'm speeding up. I need to slow it down. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that braking thruster on top, too, seems to have really leveled the playing field in terms of, like, I can hard brake and it doesn't just fling me, which is beautiful. Let's test the braking. We're going to test the friction braking here in a second. I probably might want to add 1 or 2 additional thrusts sideways. I think that would be beneficial. But we're going to we can turn on dampeners, which is good. That'll start the decel. And you can see it drop speed by 10 meters a second real quick, which is really great. So let's go grab this boy here. I'm going to start the decel, and then I'll go ahead there. Look at that. Oh, it's great. Turning off front friction. Beautiful, Chad. Beautiful. Thank you for that piece of information. I didn't even think about that. But he actually said, as physics dictates, there's a very logical, like, I felt like I was talking. He's my Spock right now. I'm the Kirk to his Spock. I think I'm taking on maybe too much responsibility there, but he said that like logic would dictate, or physics would dictate that you would you know, something would dictate that you would dictate. All right, move this out of the way. Where's the storage container? There it is. It's at the bottom. I know. Ooh, we're rolling in the space bucks now, guys. I need to make a trip to the econ station once we get a little thing set up. I just wanted to get the Strider really in its glory days before we moved on. That's kind of was my thought. Look at that. Look at it. It looks good, and it's gonna look even. Let's go ahead and let's just do a couple of. I think we can do some coloring without. Yeah, oh yeah. It looks good. It looks good. These two colors, even with the darker green, and oh yeah, it's gonna be good, guys. I really like it. So we're gonna kill that friction, get the spinning on, turn that guy off there, and let's just cruise to home. Where did we say home was? What is home? What color did we say home? Oh, respawn pod. Go to the respawn pod. Now, I've never built one. This is something I want to do at some point. I'm probably not going to do it in this series, but in the Scrapyard series that Splitsies does, and many Scrapyard series across the board that everybody does, one of the things that I really enjoy, all the people and their different trolleys and lifters and cranes and stuff, it's very, very cool. And one of these days, I think I want to make one, mostly because I want to reattach the battery from the thing to this base, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to grind it down probably and take the L, as it were. Oh, look at this. We can go pretty quick. I feel pretty comfortable at 40 meters a second, which I guess is technically 40,000 something. If somebody wants to break that math down, I think it's centimeters would be 40,000, right? Probably centimeters. I don't know. I unfortunately don't do metric system. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so this was the why I wanted to show you guys the other thing. I'm gonna turn on some friction. It's not the greatest for movement, but so this is why we do the remote block. So first of all, so the remote block I'm gonna put here. We're gonna call this number 8, okay? And we're gonna do control. Now when you press 8, you are now controlling the ship from the remote block. You see it turn blue right there. We'll undo that real quick. Press F, get out of it, see it's green. Press 8, turns blue, beautiful, okay? And then, on this guy's bar, on the same spot, number 8, we do view. Now why do we do view? Hit F, again, see, we're no longer in the remote block, we see this. Forward, pressing forward, is sending me forward here, right? So, when you want to dock, this is why I love this so much. Press 8 to go into remote, press 8 to go to the camera, and now, forward is reverse for the camera. So I have friction turned on, so I gotta fix that really quick. I thought that it would be better to have friction on for the sake of this thing. So we do 8, The other thing we can do here is go ahead and add our connector switch lock here. And that will let us look how easy it is going to be for me to dock up without having to go into third person camera or any of that stuff. It's great. The other thing you want to do, and the other thing I added, was our event controller. Go here. Event controller. Two things we need to do. One, we go to batteries. So Warfare battery 1, 3, and 4. That's odd. So we're just going to call these PS bat. We're going to save. Beautiful. And then now we go to the PS event controller, and I think it's just event controller. Event controller. Click here. We say now what we're going to do is we're going to set this event to connector connected. Okay. And we're going to add PS connector. Add blocks. You'll see it down here under selected blocks. Beautiful. Select actions. Step 1. You're going to groups. You want PS battery. That's the group. You want them to do recharge on off. See? And then you want to put here in step 2, enable auto. And what that's going to do, we hit 8, we go here. Look at, we're going to dock up. We're docking. We get right into the thing. It sucks us in. Press 9. Now we've docked. And the reason it kicked me, now why did it kick me out of the remote block, you might ask? That's odd. Why did that happen? It's because now that we've pressed the docking button, that event controller says, hey look, that connector I'm connected to is connected. Connecting. Look at it, it's blue as well because it's activated. That connector that I connected to, or that I was told to monitor, has connected, and it has set both of our batteries to recharge mode. And you see they're both in recharge mode. And if you really wanted to get, like, just to be extra whatever, you can do PS bat. PS battery. Grab this guy here. You can set this to recharge on and off, and it'll say it's currently recharging, which is beautiful. And the event controller only does it. So now the moment I press 9, boom, switches it back to auto. We're off to the races. We go back, we reconnect 9, switch them to recharge. So what that's doing is all this excess power, which is very little from those guys, that's connecting. It's basically constantly going to keep your batteries on recharge, and that means you don't have to screw around too much with stuff. So what do we need to do? We need to do a lot of things. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to Slap that boy in there. We need a drill. Another static drill, I think. We're gonna grab... I think... How are we gonna do this? Well, I'm trying to think. You know what? I'm just gonna grab some of these, some of these. I need some more of those. Beautiful. Okay. So here's what I want to do. We're gonna go into our GPSs. We're gonna turn everything off. We're gonna turn off nickel, silicon, Fe. We're gonna turn these guys off. Turn these guys off. And I believe what I want to do. I think I should make home base a different color. Feels like, anyways. We're gonna go get silicon, and that is typically black. So we're just gonna turn that guy to black. That's what color it's gonna be. We're gonna start a silicon mine. A, because we need silicon, and B, because I want to. Yeah, that's a pretty good reason, I think. Go ahead and do that. And I know I'm still using those. We're still using those guys. We shouldn't. I shouldn't be, but I am. Here we are. Dang, 29 interior plates. Come on now. Okay, that's enough. We're gonna get back in our Strider. We're gonna go to this silicone guy. And what I'm doing right now is just holding middle mouse click to get these colors. But it's a pain. I don't like it. I don't like doing it this way. This is not my favorite methodology for dyeing stuff. And normally I try to... that's not true. I was going to say normally I try to be more conscientious with my color choices when I'm building, but I did not do that at all. I was actually just going to force you guys to pick all the colors for me. But I decided I want the bottom part painted out because I think it looks good. I think it looks real good. Now we need to do some decorations. I am going to add lights, I promise. That is going to happen. I just don't. And I like the idea of the feet being like black. I think that's what's going to happen there. But for right now, we're gonna go do the thing I said I was gonna go do 30 seconds ago. All right, make sure unlock batteries kicked on. Beautiful. Look at that. Now let's go get us some silicone. Whee! We're just gonna skate there. Yes. Now obviously I need to load this thing for bear a little bit to see if it's gonna need more side thrust. I can't do this kind of nonsense. I can't do this sort of nonsense drifty stuff. Well, it'll probably drift worse while I'm doing this, but anyways, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start the silicon mine. That's what this episode's gonna be. We did a little retrofitting. We're gonna still pretty this up. I still definitely want to, this is on an interesting slope, isn't it? It is. Let's see how bad it is. You know what we didn't do also, the other thing that I meant to do that we did not do? Beautiful. We did not put an ore detector on their Panstrata. Alright, so beautiful, look at this. Alright, so now we need to drop. This guy's gonna get a new color too. We're gonna just paint the silicone mine black, I think. I don't... Oh! Haha! You know what? We'll talk about that in a second. Nobody saw anything. You saw nothing. Alright. Perfect right there. Back up a little bit. I got a badoop. I got a badooped. I got badooped in my chats. The badooping! Skadoosh! Alright. Perfect. Oh, that's the wrong thing. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a thing. Oh, there you go. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna slap that guy down there, and then 9, 7, 8. And oh, this is gonna be the first one. No, it's not. I was gonna be silly, but I've decided not to be silly. So beautiful. We're kicking off. All right. All right. You know what I'm gonna do? Normally I would drive the Pawn Strider, but we're gonna fly. I think I can get over there quicker. I know this is me being a little bit lazy in the building of this. Honestly, I just need to get some silicone on board quicker than I'm willing to wait. I think is the problem, which is okay. It's okay to be willing to wait, you know? Some say patience is a virtue, others say patience is a character from a terrible soap opera in the 80s. So, you know, who, depending on who you talk to, you might have to listen to me take a drink of drink. I really appreciate the comments, guys. I know this has been, I feel like a little ADD right this second. But I really am appreciating the comments. It's been pretty entertaining for me. I like trying to interact with you guys. So I really, really appreciate that level of everything. Is it possible that we're not going to have the display, we're not going to have the things necessary? Oh, we may not have the things necessary to make all the stuff we need. I also need to add a battery to this. That's okay. We're just fling it over here. Excuse me. Can't withdraw one data. Ah, it's gonna be that, isn't it? What else do we not have in production? Okay, well, we're gonna come down here. I actually had a debug error right when I started this. Oh no, it happened. The thing that I said. Where did that go? Oh, it's getting away.
Inventory full.
So another comment, in addition to the talking about what we should call everything, they also mentioned that couldn't you just hold F? And I believe you can just hold F, and I think we're going to have to put that into practice because I believe we're going to put that into practice because I got a debug error saying that my auto pickup thing is no longer, it was in error state. So I don't know if a mod needs to be updated. I'm not really sure. We'll find out shortly. Beautiful. All right, what is this thing producing the energy? You know what I want to do? Oh, I can't do Dusty. You know what I wish there was a, this is something I wish info. We're going to call this the SI mine. Control panel. Turbine is turbining. It's optimal. Beautiful. That red means that it is not. Come on, silicon. Yes! We've done it! Yes! Power! Unlimited power! What do I have in my inventory? Oh, okay. It's probably not necessary to weld that up. It's okay. I'm gonna plop down this right here, and then I think what I'm going to do, we'll do this later. This is not important right this second. So first, let's go here. This is gonna take some time to fill up the coffers for silicon, which is fine. But at least we have some coming in. That's the important piece. So now we can plop that in there. That's the start of this. Alright, we've done it. And then what do we got for juice? We are at 19 minutes. We fly. Pawn Strider's already looking better. I'm going to, what am I going to do? Dang it. Dang it, boy. It's nice. It's not good. Alright, so I wanted to do a design on this because I need to add some protection bumpers and some lights per request, but also protection bumpers. And I hope this episode is not a wonky one, but I did come into it. My recording thing seems to be doing something rather odd, so we're gonna wrong way. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Ready to connect. Beautiful. All right. So let's get some. I need some metal plates. We're gonna grab 100 of those guys. No, I don't want from you. Dang it. Don't click stuff through your survival kit, kids. Ah! Did I weld it up all the way? I did. Okay. Perfect. Click here. Get these guys. Okay, so here's what I need to do. I really want... Oh, I need to go back. Okay. I really want this. Beautiful. Okay, what are we gonna do? I'll tell you what this is for. This is for, we're gonna... New bar. We need some blast doors. Blast! And I want to do... It's interesting. Makes more sense to put it here, but I... okay. How do I want to do this? Huh. 9. Okay. And then... The truss thing, do I have trusses somewhere else? I feel like my brain is rattling around in my head. I do. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna blast door. Blast doors have, they're just stronger than a standard block, so they're a little bit like, have a little bit better vitality when it comes to surviving stuff. And that, how the blast door do. Okay. And then we're gonna uh-oh. Are we out of steel plate? Oh. Where's my steel plate hole? Steel plate hole. Beautiful. That's a lot of steel plate. You know what? Maybe not. No. We're doing this. Alright, let's see how this is. Let's see if I can replicate that. That's the trick, isn't it? To be able to... Oh, that's not gonna work. I need to do a different block. I need to do that block. Oh, not that block. That block, right? because that's supposed to be like that. And then, yeah, I needed to do that block. I will go switch that other one over there once I get there. Doot, and doot. All right, let's. Yeah, that didn't work for that one either, did it? No, it didn't. Look at that. That looks like Garbo. I missed it. I can't believe I missed it. Why did I miss it? Oh, I did it every single time. Guys, why didn't anybody say? Why didn't anybody say? It's not true. It's not possible. Anybody here a Star Wars fan? You guys like Star Wars? I love I love Star Wars. I do. I truly, I love it. It is, it's even, and I know there's tons of people out there like, yeah, the new theories are awful. And to some degree, some of them aren't great. They're not the greatest, but I don't know. I didn't like the Michael Bay Transformers films. In fact, I almost loathed them was a way to describe it. I had a lot of angst about it for no reason. Well, not no reason, right? Because if you're a lover of the franchise, like there's a reason to have a little angst. It's not as if it's completely unfounded. But anyways, I messed that one up, didn't I? I did. And I even noticed I messed it up before I put it down. It's okay. That's alright. We're doing all right here. So, but I had a lot of angst. Like there were days where I felt like it was making me angry that it was so not the Transformers that I thought that I grew up with, which I did grow up with it. I mean, so it is the Transformers that I grew up with. But anyway, it's just kind of a weird segue here. Like I really like it, but man, you know what I've learned is people love to hate stuff, and then if you don't like it the way they think it should be liked, or it's not perfect, like, man, it's just people like to get mad about it. And and I guess why I'm talking about the Michael Bay thing is I definitely had a moment when I was younger, like where I was talking to a friend of mine and he was like, yeah, but isn't some Transformers better than no Transformers? And whether I like it or not, like I'm not a big Chevy guy, right? And I'm not a big fan of how in the first movie they were pretty particular about all the vehicles they would allow to be on scene. And I remember reading somewhere that Volkswagen, because Bumblebee is supposed to be a Volkswagen, right? And I remember reading somewhere that Volkswagen said, yeah, you can use the Beetle, but every single Transformer has to be a Volkswagen. Not a lot of semi-truck pickups and things like that. And there's a semi-truck for Volkswagen, obviously, but so it's one of those things where Volkswagen made it impossible to really made it impossible. They kind of made it impossible. Sure, we could let you do this, but here's the thing: we want to make sure that these guys are, whatever. They all be the same brand. We don't want to muck about with you dirty Chevy people. Anyways, so there's a whole thing about it, right? And I read that and I was like, that's kind of disappointing because, like, wouldn't it be better to have one vehicle that's a Volkswagen in the show versus zero? And obviously, like, the fact that there's a Ferrari in one, and the weird thing is, I mean, in the later ones, obviously the one with Patrick Dempsey, I believe it was, I don't remember who it was, but one of the guys, I know, at capacity, blah, blah, blah. One of the guys, is a Mercedes GL Gullwing GL300, SL300, anyways, a really nice Mercedes car, and like, oh, suddenly they're here because of the huge success of a movie, could have brought them some, I don't know, something. Could have brought them something, and they just kind of squandered it, in my opinion. Did I already grab all those things? I did. Nice. So, we're just getting this little outfitted, guys. This is going to give us some protection from the front and the side. Obviously, I'm going to also do the other sides. What are we at? We're at 50 minutes? Ah! Alright, I'm going to get these welded up. As I do, I'm going to grab this last one. I'm going to do that. Put in production. Can't draw 1, 2. Come on, 1, 2. There it is. Look at that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for today. We didn't get a lot done. We started the silicone mine, so that's not nothing. We got this guy. He's obviously incomplete because I got to do some finishing touches, but we remodeled him so that he drives a little smoother, a little better. We're gonna make sure that we also change this. We're gonna put front suspension in front of this guy, and we're gonna copy that. Oh, that way. And we're gonna make sure we turn off braking on these two guys so that they don't cause us additional issues later in the future when we're way down. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen, but we're gonna do that. Oh, that didn't work. So we do front. Cut paste did not work, folks. So, got that done. We got a name for it. The Pond Strider Lives. And I'm getting some outfitting on it so that it's got some pontoon feel and it's a little more safe. These things will chop through a tree, hopefully better. I've taken away the critical components on the bottom down here so that we don't accidentally... I've taken the critical components here so that they don't accidentally... Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're real quick. I know. I said we're wrapping it up, and we are. We are. We seriously, I promise, guys. I wouldn't lie to you a second time, but we're gonna go ahead. I said I wanted to color these feet black. We're gonna do that. Our Pond Strider's feet, toes, little tootsies are gonna be black. Maybe. It's a hard thing to do, coloring. That's what I'm telling you. We may need this mod. I'm telling you. Maybe not. It's not. It may not be critical to the gameplay, but well, it sure would help. I'm all about. I don't want to make the game easy, but making things that are unnecessarily painful better. I'm all about that. I'm about the less pain is more. So, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and paint that back so that's good. The Pond Strider Lives. Looks good. We'll finish out the rest of this stuff next time. On Dragon Ball Z. Oh, and one other thing I guess you guys may have noticed, I was gifted this beautiful race suit. So I'm wearing the race armor now, and I really like it. Love orange, love black. It's good. It's great. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in. As always, leave a comment down below if you like the color scheme. If you don't like it, give me a better color scheme. Currently, Pond Strider's the name. I'm thinking Battletoad may be the name if we do a combat variant. Maybe not of this vehicle, but like a combat variant. Hovercraft instead of flying. We can do some hovercraft series type stuff. Anyways, let me know. Please like, share, subscribe. Send this to your Grammy. Maybe she wants to learn Space Engineers. You know, it keeps the mind busy. It's a beautiful game. Next time we might, hopefully we'll have some more silicone ready. It'll stop raining maybe. We don't know. We'll finish building this guy out some, and then I think the next thing I want to work on is building out the refinery for the iron mine. So, as always, you guys are great. I appreciate it, and I will catch you later, taters.